Oh hey there lads, my name is LOSSY. Thank you for clicking onto a new video from me. If you go on to enjoy today's video, then please do leave it a rating and maybe subscribe if you're a fan of my content. With EA being pretty silent in terms of concrete Battlefield 2021 information right now, and for the record, they will probably remain that way until at least the new year, the community has been left clamoring for details anywhere we can find them, be it from supposed leakers or by even looking to the past. That's what I would like to do today. You lads have let me know through the comments and over on Discord that you actually enjoy these speculation style videos, so I'll be doing more of them over time. AI bots in Battlefield 6 multiplayer. What do I mean by this? Well, to me, this isn't a question of why or how, it's just a question of when. Back during Battlefield 1's support years, when BF1 was the main game being supported and receiving content, EA unveiled their special multi-studio team, the Search for Extraordinary Experiences Division, or SEED for short. I'm not entirely sure if this is a separate studio entirely, or maybe it's just a position certain people have within different EA studios like DICE or BioWare. But SEED introduced us to some very intelligent AI bots with Battlefield 1 in a short promo video for the division. On the surface, these bots mightn't be too impressive. I mean, all they're doing right now is running around, but when you compare them to bots found in older games, well, it's a different story. These new bots know when they need to reload, when they need to heal, or when they need to go seek out some ammunition. They play the objective. They help each other out. What's crazy though is these bots, or agents as they're referred to, actually learn. Rather than be hardwired to do certain things at certain times, like most characters such as single-player AI bots, these SEED bots learn from what they've done in the past. According to the voiceover and the article that accompanied this video, the bots learned how to play the objective. They weren't told how to do it, they just learned like a human would. What's really interesting though is how the video comments on how they believe this AI learning will improve gaming and game development in years to come. You should know as well that the bots showcased in the video had around 300 days of gameplay experience. That's a mixture of AI versus humans and AI versus AI like we're seeing here. 300 days is quite a long time though, and while this is clearly a technical achievement, since nothing like this has ever been done before, unless some serious progress has been made in the last 3 to 4 years, these bots have a lot more to learn before they could take on an entire human team. With that said, maybe that's okay. Maybe these SEED-powered AI bots can be introduced to Battlefield 6 in a completely different way, not in the way we all expect to see them. When Magnus Norden, technical director at SEED, was asked about the practical use of this technology right now, he gave this response. Our short-term objective with this project has been to help the DICE team scale up its quality assurance and testing, which would help the studio to collect more crash reports and find more bugs. In future titles, as deep learning technology matures, I expect self-learning agents to be part of the games themselves as truly intelligent NPCs that can master a range of tasks and that adapt and evolve over time as they accumulate experience from engaging with human players. That's mind-blowing stuff if you ask me. Maybe with Battlefield 1, they were dummies running around reloading and healing. Maybe with Battlefield 6, they'll be used in testing to find map exploits and try out weapon balance changes, and then maybe in 2024 when Battlefield 7 comes out, we'll get next generation bots that could convince us they're actually human. We've entered the era of the live service, the constant updates and the ever-changing gaming landscapes. Updates are rolled out more and more, and if we look back not very long ago to Battlefield 5, some of the worst decisions of the entire franchise were made, particularly when it came to gunplay and weapon damage values. In the past, changes were tested with a select few people from the community over on the community test environment, but without the CTE, updates are just slapped onto the live game. If these seed AI-powered bots or agents could be trained enough, maybe DICE could use them to monitor how certain weapons perform, whether or not certain guns are used in their optimal ranges, how many bots per server run certain weapons and gadgets and attachments. It wouldn't be enough to base decisions on these bots, obviously, but it might give the developers that bit more information before dropping it into the live game. Just to finish up here, I wanted to share this question posed to Magnus as well. Will self-learning agents ever beat professional first-person shooter players? If so, when? With the risk of going out on a limb with a crazy prediction, I think it's reasonable to expect AI agents capable to defeat human players in a limited competitive mode, one that features smaller maps, focused teams and clear objectives, in a couple of years from now. However, at Seed, we're not necessarily out to build AI that will defeat human players. Our aim is to help create new experiences that enhance games and make them more fun. Getting owned by a superior AI isn't necessarily that fun for players in the long run. That's what leads me to believe we won't necessarily see bots in Battlefield 6 in the traditional sense, but maybe more behind the scenes with testing and bug tracking. Think about it, if there's a bug on one of the multiplayer maps that can be exploited to, say, crash the entire server, rather than leave it unfound until a real-world player stumbles upon it, maybe these bots can sniff them out before the content releases. Before I finish up today, I would like to give a huge shout out to today's video sponsor, BenQ Lighting. They were super kind enough to supply me with one of their e-reading lamps that attaches to my monitor. It's a USB powered and takes up no space at all. It's super sleek, and honestly, I'd never really given much thought to this area of my setup, but it really does help reduce that eye strain you get when you're playing for longer periods of time. It's got plenty of functionality, and I was particularly impressed with the ambient light sensor that detects the best suited lighting for your environment. Otherwise, you can customize the brightness and warmth of the lighting too. There's no glare on the screen either, and like I said, it wasn't something I ever gave much thought to, but thanks to BenQ, I feel like I'm not straining my eyes anymore. I have the product details linked down below in the video description. If you're interested, I would seriously recommend taking a look. Thanks again, BenQ, for sending this one out to me. I really appreciate it. But anyway, thank you lads so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate the support across the channel and on my streams recently. We're growing every single day, and the best community in the world is here on this Battlefield channel. Thank you so much, lads. If you enjoyed today's video, then please do leave it a like or a dislike if you didn't, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. But until the next one, I'll see you lads later.